Hi everyone. Let's see, I get this situated here. Mar Askategi here. I have a book coming out titled Awakening Through Sleep, a transformational and spiritual guide for pregnancy, parent, and child sleep, coming out very soon. I am putting out video excerpts that are based on my book. The first one that I did, well, I've done a few, but most recently I did one that was called Why Parents and Professionals Need Sleep Training, Retraining, and Not Our Children. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. Today, what I would like to introduce to all of you is why our do-it-all mentality and our do-it-all belief and feeling like we have to take it all on may be preventing our child from sleeping. So how many of you have either personally experienced this or have someone you know where they are the ones that have to put the child to sleep? They are doing everything for their child, and they know that no one else can do it, only they can do it, right? And quite often we create this tremendous dependency. Now, there's no question that forming a bond between child and parent and child and caregiver is really important. But sometimes some of us parents make ourselves the sole one. You know what I mean? We make ourselves the only one that can do that role. Sometimes if we dig deeper and go underneath, we find out that that's really a personal need that we're fulfilling within ourselves, having the child depend on us and need us because it feels good to be needed and wanted on the one hand. But then on the other hand, when we are struggling and not being able to find that place of peace or relaxation or synchronicity or alignment with our child, it becomes a struggle. And sometimes it is hard to let go. Quite often I have observed, whether it's with a client I've worked with or in other professionals who've worked with clients, where, and I even experienced this as a first-time mom. As a first-time mom, I was like, nobody get near my baby, you know? There was this instinctual, biological, something's don't get near my baby, you know? It was almost like I wanted to overprotect, and I had to dig deep for that. And so we find ourselves sometimes in this situation. And when we create this soul dependency just on us, and we don't allow others to come in to support us, for example, dad, or another mom, or another family member, when they are available to us, quite often they are, and sometimes it's not the case, and I have other ideas for that. But just for the context of this, understanding that having and allowing to receive other support is extremely important, because if you train your child, if you role model for your child that you are the only support, that is all the child is going to know, your child is going to know, and then that's all that your child will rely on, right? And so, and it is really important because it does take a village. And so later on, as your child continues to develop and becomes introduced to other people, it's actually very healthy for them to already experience the support and the care, not just from one sole provider, but really from others. And there's another plus to that. I'm very clear, you know, I don't fool myself into knowing that I have an ego and I've got, you know, my setbacks and things like that. And so when I became a parent unexpectedly and on this path, I recognized that while I still have a lot of growth to do within myself, and I'm learning along the way, and I'm doing the best that I can to learn, that I'm not going to be perfect. And while I don't expect myself to be perfect, and I'm going to continue to grow and learn, one of the best things that I can do is expose my child, give my child an opportunity, or my children now an opportunity to not only understand and be, you know, see my role modeling, but to see the role modeling of others. Because the more that they are able to see how other people live and think and feel, they then have a greater opportunity to take in and absorb different patterns, different processes, and then really take in and live what feels best for them. But if we're only the ones that are making ourselves solely responsible and solely for that child to be dependent on us, then we are creating a limitation, a barrier for that child. And so if you're finding yourself struggling putting your child to sleep, Ask yourself, are you the only one that must put your child to sleep? Are you the only one that can do this? And there are times, because there's many reasons why a child doesn't sleep, but there are times it could just be the fact that you want your child to sleep so bad, and the energy that you're bringing in, and the frustration and the anxiety that is, again, limiting or creating this barrier. And there have been cases where we bring in dad, we bring in another caregiver, they put the child to sleep, and the child goes right to sleep. And then we're like, why couldn't I do that, right? It's almost like we failed. We failed. Why couldn't I be the one? So part of my journey has really been letting go that I have to be everything for my child, that my child has to love me in every way. I have to be the best cook and the best playmate and the one that, is the best at everything for my child. I've had to let go of that and recognize that there's other people that can, many times, not just sometimes, many times, do things better than I can. And when I find myself struggling and not being able to do something well, I can step aside, ask for support, and then allow my child to receive that support, and then not have to, be the one that gets all the fame and attention, and the liking because I could do it. So just wanted to share that with you because it's a huge part, and it takes courage to let go. And you might even find yourself getting to a place of sadness because I had to go through that. I had to recognize my child's not going to need me for everything. I don't have to be it all. And then as I dug deeper, I recognized that there was an emptiness inside of me that I needed to be fulfilled in my child. If you want to learn more about that part, I absolutely highly recommend Dr. Shefali, who has 3 fabulous books. Her latest one is called The Awakened Family. Beautiful, beautiful, and powerful transformational insights into parenting, really understanding what's going on underneath our behaviors. And she, I believe, let's see, what was yesterday? Thursday, she does these live videos on her page. I believe it's just, if you go Dr. Shefali or Shefali, you'll find her. And so if you want to learn more about that, go for it. And for me, if you want to learn more about child sleep, awakening through sleep, because sleep is not just about the rest and relaxation and the restoration, sleep also is about awakening, because the more rest we get, the more relaxed we are, the more we're able to be joyous, the more we're able to be conscious and alive and aware, and then evolve. I believe if we all got more sleep, this world would be and relaxation, this world would be a better place. Thank you for listening in. I look forward to sharing more.